stocks discussed on Phil's Gang are not in any way a recommendation or solicitation to buy, sell, or hold. If considering acting on information presented, we first recommend you seek out a competent, licensed professional for advice. Get ready for the radio show that tells you what Wall Street doesn't want you to know.
Oh, I'm a money magnet. Money, money, money's coming to me. Money sets me free. I'm a money magnet. Money, 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 money's coming to me.
It's your daily dose of how to manage your money. And now it's time for Phil's Gang on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. With your host, Phil Grande.
Since 1950, following a negative year, if the VIX is lower on average than the prior year, we're up an average of 22%. So I think we're set up for a 20% year.
Wow, 20%. Gee, I'm glad he knows that.
The bankruptcies and loan defaults and those things that typically happen when you're going into recession are probably not going to materialize.
Nah. Who's going to file bankruptcy? Everything's terrific. Who's going to file bankruptcy? My God.
What we've seen this year, obviously, in the data is an incredible push into credit card debt. You know, despite claims that there's all these excess savings, the spending patterns in terms of credit cards vis-a-vis anything else indicates that a lot of Americans are in distress.
Oh, but we're being told this.
The market's telling you that the economy is not going to be bad as expected.
No, of course not. It's unbelievable. Welcome to Phil's Gang radio show, coast to coast around the country, off the Wall Street Radio Network. It is amazing. Hey, listen, we're looking forward, I should say, to Friday because we have earnings season. Yes, earnings season. And 5 to 6 trading days before each earnings season, they always rally the market. Because they want to get a good cushion. And that's why I have my members, they always buy the spiders going into earnings season. So, again, because we're in the spiders now, because of the fact that, again, they set up the banks first, because the banks are going to rally. They always rally the banks, because every bank, even if a bank has an expectation of, let's say, making $3 million, but they only come in and they made $1 million. Well, they can change that in a heartbeat. All they do is take money, shift it out of their set aside for bad loans, and take 3, 4, 5 million, put it right to their bottom line. And you always get these big rallies in the market as the way it's set up. Again, they make sure they push the market up right before, and then they put the banks in first so they can, again, financially engineer their numbers, get those off the gate. So they try to get a big push, okay, a big push. And they'll do that again, okay? But we got some real serious problems. They're going to tell us, you watch, you listen to the analysts and all these jibber jabbers on TV. Here's what they're going to tell you. Well, in spite of the fact that the last quarter of 2021, we had profits of 30%, versus the last quarter, 2022, profits are minus 4%. Wow. That bad news is good news. That's telling us the recession is over. The bottom is in. This is a great time to buy. Buy on the dips. That's what you're going to hear. And people will do it. They always do. They always buy on dips. Even though you're in a severe downtrend, the worst thing you should do is ever buy on a dip when you have a market that's gone down 45 weeks in a row. That's called a downtrend. That means there's more people pulling money out of the market than putting money in. But yet they'll go in and start buying on a dip, think they're going to get lucky. It's like that you get more luck going to a racetrack or going to a casino than buying a stock when the market is dropping in a deep channel. It's just amazing. It's amazing how they can spin things. I mean, can you imagine? We had this stock market going down for 45 weeks, a year, let's just say a year, going down for 1 year. 1 year straight. But think about this. It only took 12 It took in 2020, remember, the market dropped 5 weeks, 30%. It took us 12 months to drop 30%. In this last crash we're in, and we're still in it. So think about that. How come the market in 2020, when we had that 30% crash, it took only 5 weeks to go down? Well, of course, because they're in a hurry to get buying stocks again because they were guaranteed. Remember, since 2007, they've been 2009, when interest rates were put in at zero, they were guaranteed. Hey, don't worry about it. Rates are at zero. Get in, buy stocks, because they're going to go right straight up. Because what's going to happen is every CEO is going to buy their own shares. They're going to reduce their outstanding shares, which pushes up earnings and pushes up the stock. You don't have to have profits to do that. So let's not hang around here. Let's get this thing over with. So they dropped the market 5 weeks so they can hurry up and get back in. But wait a minute, something happened on the way to the market. What happened in November of 2021 and January 2022, those 2 months, what happened? Well, all of a sudden the stock market started to go down. No rally. 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, 5 months, still no rally. And every time they try to rally, it failed. 4 times. 4 times. It will always fail. What happened? What's the difference? What's going on? Well, the difference is that there's no more QE. They stopped it. They stopped it. I mean, it's amazing. So when there's no QE, nobody's anxious to go buy stocks again. So the market drops and drops and drops and drops. Now they start picking the bottom. Oh, the bottom's in, the bottom's in, the bottom's in. So, so now they're telling the bottom is in when the market took nearly 12 months to drop compared to 5 weeks, 30%. Isn't that ridiculous? Unbelievable. Now, here's the other thing that's very interesting. Do you remember when they told us that inflation was transitory? Powell told us that. Yellen, they all told us that, remember? Transitory.
These one-time increases in prices are likely to have only transitory effects on inflation.
Lie, lie, lie. Lie, 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 lie.
He lied. Powell lied. Yellen lied. Our president lied. Why were they lying? Because they were masking something. What were they masking? Well, I'll tell you what they're masking. They were masking the fact in the last recession, they were dropping rates, not raising them. They were dropping rates, cutting rates from 5% starting in 2008. And they dropped them, they dropped them from 2000, I think it was 2000, almost the end of 2007. So they dropped them from around 2007 all the way down to 2009, from over 5% down to zero. So they took the Fed fund rates and were dropping them in the middle of the recession from 2007 to 2009. There we go. In the recession of 2007, 2009, they're dropping rates. But what were we doing? The Fed was raising rates from 0 to 4.5, 4.25. That's why they kept telling you, hey, there's no recession. Hey, don't worry about it. Inflation, that's okay. It's transitory. They didn't want you to. They didn't want you to say, wait a minute, why are you raising rates in this recession? Oh, but there's no recession, and if there is, it's transitory. So now they're claiming, they also claimed there was no recession. Even though for nearly 50 years, the recession always was 2 quarters back-to-back negative GDP. Wait to hear what I got to tell you next.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you, start making money. Please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.
What are you, nuts? Coffee's up 92%. Lumber's up 67%. Heating oil, what, 60%? Gasoline, 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com. What, are you nuts? If the stock market can make you so rich, especially Apple and Microsoft and Google and Amazon and the rest, why are so many Americans poor? If the 401k promises you a retirement, then why is it we are in a retirement crisis? Here's the answer. Because 85% of you get out of the market too late. I fixed that with my color-coded chart, which tells you when to buy, when to sell, and when to get out. That's right, when to run like hell. Check it out. You get a free membership and the free color-coded chart for 10 days. Check it out, philsgang.com.
If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, listen to this.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I get so tired of listening to the same garbage every day, listening to the fake business news network telling you why you should buy this stock, why you should buy, and they're always wrong. Join my gang, philsgang.com, free for 10 days. You're going to learn when to buy a stock and when not to buy a stock. Hey, years ago it was different. You could buy a stock based on fundamentals. You could buy a stock based on earnings. You could buy a stock based on PE ratios. Those days are gone. That ended with QE. That ended when they financially engineered the market in 2008. Gone. Now you got to follow the money. And we have the knowledge because we have the chart. Pro 2 color-coded chart tells you when to buy, when to sell, when to run like hell.
For a limited time, you can join Phil's Gang free for 10 days.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Get the truth, get the knowledge, and understand how the market really works. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. You know, I've been doing this business of trading over 55 years. God, they make it so complicated. It doesn't have to be. The best way to learn is to follow me, my actual investments. That's right. When I buy a stock, you follow me. Do exactly what I do. That's the best way to learn.
Check out the free 10-day trial. Learn more at philsgang.com.
Be my co-pilot at philsgang.com. Do what I do.
That's philsgang.com. When the stock market is up one day and down the next, you need experienced advice from a pro.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I know you're sitting there watching the stock market. You're going, what? Is this nuts? Market goes up 700 points. Next day it goes up 800 points. Then the market goes back down. Then it goes back up. What that is volatility.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently?
But you got to anticipate what's going to happen with the market. And that's what we give you. Information so you can anticipate in advance what the market's going to do so you know what stocks to buy, you know what stocks to short. It's all about having good information and anticipation. You got to anticipate. The one thing you can't do is rely on your brokers. Listen.
Our responsibility begins and ends with our partners and our shareholders, and that's it.
What are you, nuts? Partners and shareholders? You're not included.
Check out the free 10-day trial and follow Phil to investing success. Learn more at philsgang.com. philsgang.com. Welcome back to the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Want to know more about Phil's Gang? Go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Join my gang. Go to philsgang.com and just click on where it says Get Started. Also, you also can do this. We have, and this is interesting, we have a chart that tells you basically when to get out of your stock. That's right. When to get out. Nobody else has that. You can use it for 10 days. It's called My Pro 2. And you can use it. Here, if you want to learn all about it, it's easy. Just go to my homepage. Go to philsgang.com. How Pro 2 works. philsgang.com. And you look and you see it says How Pro 2 works. That chart we designed so you don't have to guess when you're in a stock and it's going up. It all of a sudden tells you they're pulling the money out and it's going to go down. Pulling the money out, it's going to go down. Check it out. It's Pro 2. It works. You're not going to pay anything. And by the way, every day I put out, every morning, I do my YouTube and I tell you what's going on for that day. So when you get up in the morning, you're not sure what the market's going to do. You don't have to fiddle around and try to find out who knows something. Just go to my YouTube channel, and I tell you exactly what's going on in the market, what you can expect during the day, and what you can expect in the future. Very rarely are we wrong. Very rarely. You can check that out, too. But I think you do yourself a great favor. Just go to the site, and again, take a look at the Pro 2. I mean, I think that'd be kind of nice if you're all of a sudden you're invested in stock. Wouldn't you want to know when they're going to drop so you can do something? No, I don't mean buy on the dip. Most people do. You know, that's the craziest thing. When the market is in a downtrend channel, when the market is going down, that means money's pouring out of the market. But people will listen to these jibber jabbers on these fake business networks. Say, get in and buy and dip, buy and dip. You're going to buy a stock on a dip when you got more people pulling money out than putting money in. You buying a dip on up channels when the S&P is going up and strong in big volume and everybody's buying. The institutions are buying. That's when you buy on a dip. If you got into a stock and it's a great stock and you got in at $50 and it goes up to, say it goes up to 80 and then it pulls back to 70, buying a dip. Because you're buying in an uptrend where money's coming in. They're telling you to buy in a dip when the money's going out. That's ridiculous. But I want to get to, again, this whole market, the whole stock market's been built on fraud. When they dropped rates from 5% from 2007, 2000 down in our recession, just the opposite of what they're doing now. Think of that, from 2009 all the way to 2015, zero rates. And then when we went from zero up to about 3.5%, that's when we had the two corrections. We finally had two corrections over a period of about 13 years. Two corrections. We had the one correction that went down, as I said, went down about for 16 weeks, 22%, then rallied 54%. And then in 2021, took 5 weeks to go down 31%, rallied 133%. And everybody's sitting here right now saying, hey, what's going on? The correction in 2022, we're down a year, it still hasn't rallied out. It's not rallying. What's going on? After 16 weeks, the 2018 rallied 54%. After 5 weeks, after a 31% drop, the market rallied 133. We've been in this market for a year. It's not rallying. Every time it rallies, it fails. Well, you don't have the zero rates anymore. They moved rates from 0 to 4%, 4.5%. What do you think is going to happen? But here's the big problem that nobody's thinking about. Housing, for God's sakes, it's a bigger problem than stocks. The valuations were sure. Look, There's no question. Stock valuations are insane. And they haven't corrected yet. They haven't corrected yet. And the proof is that there's no fear in the market. None. It just keeps going down over a year's time. Nobody really cares. You're being told everything's going to be fine. Everything's great. Look what happened with the 2008 crash. Boom! Went straight down, right? Not this one, because everything's going to be fine. You're going to be okay. But let me tell you what nobody's is talking about, and they should be, and you know nothing about. The housing problem. That's the big problem. See, here's the problem. Think about this. If you take the 401k, we have a workforce of about 164 million people. There's only 67 million of the 164 million that have a 401k. But wait a minute. Out of the 67 million, they have a 401k, but only 37 million actually contribute. So really only 37 million people have a 401k. Really, if you think about it, they contribute. The other people don't. The other 30 million people don't. They can't. They can't afford to. So the problem is that the stock market crashes. That's not the problem for the economy. But when the housing market crashes, you have 124 million homeowners. They're getting whacked against 37 million in 401ks. The problem is the homes, not the stock market. The homes, because, see, people feel wealthy. Here, let me give you some numbers. This is insane. From 2008 to 2019, 11 years, mortgage debt over 11 years went up $100 billion. Did you hear that? What I said? It took 11 years for mortgage debt to increase to $100 billion. 11 years. In 2020, it went up $100 billion in 1 year compared to 11 years. 2021, it went up another $245 billion in 1 year compared to $100 billion in 11 years. So think about it. Housing, mortgages, debt increased, took 11 years to go up $100 billion, and then it only took 1 year to go up $100 billion. Then it took 1 year to go up $245 billion. Then it took only 1 year to go up $282 billion. Do you understand what that is? That's telling you prices for homes are insane. And they haven't even corrected yet. And you're worried about the stock market? More when I get back. Join my gang. Please, free for 10 days. Learn how to sell short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy of philsgang.com. You know, over the years, I've successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, the advice, and the software that will take your investing to the next level. You know, I have a team comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. And Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy, when to sell, when to hold, when to run like hell, even short. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. You don't have to be a seasoned investor to benefit from Phil's Gang and platform. No matter what level investor you are, my strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for the 10-day free trial to see our platform in action. Avoid market pitfalls and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
You can be a successful investor in the stock market by knowing what the market is going to do.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. God, you go nuts listening to these shows on TV, you know, Kramer, any of them. I mean, they're giving you total garbage. Garbage in, garbage out. One day they tell you, buy this stock. Next day, don't buy this stock. Then you have two people on the show. One guy saying buy it, the other guy says don't buy it. So the question is, what the hell do you do? Well, we don't have questions here at Phil's Gang. And they never have to ask the question, what do you think the market's going to do? My members always know what the market's going to do because they've learned how to follow the money. That's right, follow the money. You don't follow fundamentals. You follow the money. And what is that? That's volume. That's the buyers and the sellers. And the other thing, you got to learn how to sell a stock as well as buy a stock.
Follow the money. Follow Phil Grandy.
Check it out, philsgang.com. Go to my podcast, YouTube, and Rumble every day. That's philsgang.com. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy. Is your business prepared to respond to any emergency in the workplace? Well, you better be. Let over 30 years of law enforcement experience go to work for you. Boyd Investigative Group is here for all your business security needs. I know. I use them. They're terrific. Call today for your free confidential consultation. 941-724-4535. That's 941-724-4535. Or visit them on the website, boydinvestigativegroup.com.
License number A1900020.
What, are you nuts? Coffee's up 92%, lumber's up 67%, heating oil, what, 60%, gasoline 55%. I understand why you guys are telling me to raise my rates here at Phil's Gang, but we haven't raised our rates since 2001. Hi, I'm Phil Grandy at philsgang.com. I'm not going to raise my rates. Our membership's been $39.95 since 2001, and for a good reason. So that you have enough room that when you do make money here at Phil's Gang, and you will, because you're going to learn how to short stocks, that there's enough room to send some money to St. Jude. That's why we never raised our price. And that's why we give you good value. So, you want to continue with good value, good information, be on the right side of the market? Join my gang, philsgang.com, where the price has not moved, where we fight inflation. philsgang.com.
Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
And welcome back to Phil's Gang. Look, join our gang. Go to philsgang.com. Click on where it says Get Started. Or at the same time, why don't you go look where, when you get into my site, philsgang.com, look where it says for how Pro 2 works. Go to that video. Go to that video. Doesn't cost you a penny. The Pro 2 tells you when your stock is going to go down. When your stock is going to go down. When they're pulling money out. So why? It just amazes me how. Listen to this. Here's what amazes me. Listen to this. Listen to this garbage.
You couldn't almost start from a worse position. And yet you just get a feeling that actually this year isn't going to be so bad.
Yeah.
The worst is over.
Oh, of course, the worst is over.
It's been brutal. It may be brutal in the near term, but if you're a long-term investor and long-term thinker, history is on your side.
No, if you're a long-term buy and hold, history's not on your side. Nothing's on your side because Wall Street's against you if you're a buy and hold, and you're so screwed you don't know it. And when you buy and hold, guess what? You lose money. 80% of you do, but you keep doing it over and over and over. You keep losing because I can't convince you otherwise. Why is it that not one of these people say, when the market goes down Start shorting it. Why are you sitting there losing money? Why are you calling your broker? What should I do? What should I do? And they tell you the same stupid thing. Cost average down. Cost average down. Buy some more. When the trend, look, one thing people understand, right, is trends. Don't everybody understand what a trend is? Anybody knows what a trend line is? You can find a trend line is are automobile sales going up or down? You can find a trend. Home sales up or down? You can find a trend line. But when trends are down in anything, that's negative. Why would you buy more of it? But only in the stock market do they buy more of it when trends are down. Only in the stock market. Oh, my God. Someone will go to the supermarket, and they're ready to buy a cantaloupe, and they'll take that cantaloupe and squeeze it and touch it and flip it and smell it and rub it and smell it and shake it, listen to the inside. I mean, I see some of these wacky people with a cantaloupe. With a cantaloupe, 10 minutes there, shaking it, rubbing it, smelling it. Oh, my God. But stock? Oh, no problem. Here you got the stock market going down 47%, and someone's going to go in and he's going to buy in a dip when the market's in a solid downtrend of 30%, 40%. He's going to buy it. But he's not going to smell it. He's not going to flip it. He's not going to rub it. He's just going to buy a stock because he's told to buy in a dip. Everything's going to be okay. None of these people tell you, hey, if the market's going down, why don't you make money when it's going down? And why don't they tell you? Why don't they tell you to short? I'm the only one who tells you to short because they don't make money when you short. All right, let me get back to housing. Here's the big problem with the housing. Nobody's thinking about it. If the debt in housing, it took 11 years for mortgage debt to accumulate to $100 billion from 2008 to 2019. It only took 1 year to increase from $100 billion to $245 billion. It only took 2 years from $100 billion to $282 billion. So in 2 years, that's where we got all the appreciation in the homes. In 2 years, homes went up 40, 50, 60. Some places here in Sarasota, they're nuts. They've doubled. And nobody gets it. And here's a person who bought a house that was at 300, but they bought the house at 700. And now they want to sell it, and the broker says to them, well, things are slowing down. It's at 700. Why don't you drop it to 600? I'm not dropping it to 600,000. Are you kidding me? Drop it to 600,000? I'm going to get another broker. People don't understand this is all fake equity, just like the fake equity in the stock market. When they dropped interest rates during the recession from 2007 to 2009 from 5% down to 0, we had a party. They had a big punch bowl. But they took the punch bowl away in 2021, November. And now nobody understands, oh, gee, I wonder what's going on here. The stock market dropped 33% in 5 weeks, but went right back up 133%. Wait a minute, this market's been going down for 12 months. Hasn't gone back up yet. Wonder why. Housing is worse because people can feel it. See, people feel rich right now because of their house. They think they got all this equity. When you haven't got equity, there's no equity in your house. It's all make-believe, just like in your stocks, all make-believe. Do you really think in 24 months when a house went up 40%, 50%, even 30%, do you think that's real? What are you, nuts? But you do. So now, refis. So after homes went up in 2 years from $100 billion, I'm talking about the debt, from $100 billion to $282 billion, all right, in 12 months, 2 years. So the prices went through the roof in 2 years. Now they start pulling equity out of their homes. They really think, and the banks are just as dumb giving it to them. So now equity starts coming out. $320 billion every 3 months. $320 billion when they're pulling out of their homes every quarter. Are you nuts? But something happened in November 2021. All of a sudden, $63 billion. Home equity dropped $63 billion. Boom! In 2021. That's right. Don't worry about it. It's going to go right back up. Matter of fact, I planted roses. Look at the roses. I worked all weekend. I'm not gonna reduce my price from $700,000 to $650,000. Look at those roses. I bust my butt, man. November 2022. In 6 months, equity, $1.5 trillion disappeared. But here's the big problem. The person who loses, we have more people that own homes than these stupid 401ks. I just gave you the numbers. We got 124 million homeowners who think they're rich, and they're not. In 2 years is where they got all the equity in their home. And then they pulled it out. And that banks are even dumber. They're stupider. Think about how stupider they are. And the banks are going to get screwed. And you watch what happens during earnings. Oh, the banks, look, the market's up 174 points. Every day, right? I'm always right about this. I always tell my members, be in the spiders when you start heading towards the earnings season. Matter of fact, I just told my members, the ones that aren't in the spiders, we've been in spiders a long time. If they're not in, they're brand new members. I said, go ahead and buy a scout. Buy a scout. So, can you imagine all these people think they're so rich? And within about, wait till you see what happens. The first quarter here of this new year, by the second quarter this year, you know how many layoffs there's going to be? First, it starts with Wall Street. Isn't it funny? It's how people forget. The clock always comes back to 12. You can kick it, blow it up, sit on it, no matter what, it comes back to 12. Everybody has forgot 2008. Everybody forgot 2001. Everybody forgot the 1970s. Nobody ever remembers any of this stuff. But the fear will come in when you lose the equity in your home. That's just the problem. Because now people get fearful. See, we know they're not fearful because it took almost a year for the market to drop 38%. When the last time it dropped that in 5 weeks. But boy, when they start losing equity in home and they got all these refis out there, they're all refied their home, pulled out the equity, went on vacation, bought a Jeep, bought a Bulldog, bought a chain to tie them to the back end of the Jeep on Friday night when they go dancing. Whoa, this is not going to be good unless you know how to short.
Want more information on this show? Go to philsgang.com or give them a call at 877-600-GANG. If you want to invest your money and grow your wealth, just listen to Phil Grandy.
Hi, I'm Phil Grandy, philsgang.com. There's many reasons to listen to a radio show, but I think to listen to my show, you get the truth, you get clarity, and you get great information.
No matter what level of investor you are, Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success.
You know what? Most of all, it's fun. philsgang.com. Clarity, good information, and fun.
Thinking about investing in the stock market? Go to philsgang.com, where we have over 50 years experience in trading and investing in the stock market. Phil's Gang teaches you how to make profits in the market with stock chart analysis, up-to-the-minute alerts, and always keeping you informed with professional guidance in long and short-term positions. Go to philsgang.com or call one of our professional staff to answer your questions. 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. Stop wondering about your financial future and start doing something about it.
Remember, when this market crashed in 2009, it should have never crashed because the chairperson of these two committees, their job was to protect consumers, protect our investments, and they're supposed to ensure that our investments are being monitored. Where were they in 2009 and 2008? They weren't anywhere because they don't do that. They take care of themselves. They protect themselves. They become richer. So you can't depend on these crooks in Congress. The stock market is a great place to be, but you just got to know this is a different market than your grandfather's market. So why don't you, for 30 days, join my gang, 877-600-GANG. Try it for 30 days, $39.95. Follow me. I tell you when to buy, when to sell, when to add, and when to run like hell. All I ask you start making money, please remember St. Jude.
Don't wait. Join Phil's Gang today and make profits. Go to philsgang.com or call 877-600-GANG. That's 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264. Are you a stock market investor without all the information?
What are you, nuts? Market's going up, market's going down. We're getting all this bad information.
How do you invest intelligently? Phil Grandy can show you.
If you want real information and you really want to know what the market's going to do and you want the truth, go to my site, philsgang.com, and also listen to me on my radio show every weekday at 3 o'clock Eastern.
Phil's got the answers at philsgang.com.
That's philsgang.com, where you get the truth and you get the information you need about the market.
You want to invest your money and grow your wealth. How do you invest intelligently? Become a Phil's Gang member and receive the training, advice, and software that will take your investing to the next level. Our team is comprised of successful investors, all with proven track records. Phil's Gang software is easy to use, painless to navigate, and tells you exactly when to buy and sell to help maximize profits. Learn about common market mistakes and how to minimize them. Phil's Gang has successfully taught tens of thousands of investors how to navigate the market with confidence. You don't need to be a seasoned investor to benefit from the Phil's Gang platform, no matter what level of investor you are. Phil's Gang strategies for investing are designed to put you on the path to success. Sign up for a 10-day free trial to see our platform in action, avoid market pitfalls, and start winning with Phil's Gang. Learn more at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com.
I've been a Phil's Gang member since 2014. Over that time, I've generated over six-figure profits. Following Phil, his charting system has really been a huge impact on my career and my life. I would recommend Phil's Gang to the mom and pop out there. I would recommend it to parents teaching their children. I would recommend it to grandparents. If you really trust in their system, you will do well.
For more information, go to philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Welcome back. Are you ready to make profits in the stock market? Why not check out philsgang.com or give us a call at 877-600-4264. Now, here's Phil.
This is Steve Celeste, the Director of Education here at Phil's Gang and the Phil's Gang Radio Show. Just wanted to tell you how to get involved with Phil's Gang for 10 days for free. Simply go to www.philsgang.com. Click on Get Started at the top of the website. On the next page, you're going to see a big red banner that says 10-day free trial working investor plan. Click on that. That's all you've got to do to get started. And also, during this time of year, we have a wonderful gift shop on our website where you can buy gift certificates all year long for your friends, family, co-workers, employees, grandparents, whatever you got that you have somebody out there you want to share Phil's Gang. And I think that's a fantastic idea because really sharing knowledge is the best gift you can give to anybody. And also we have some other nice things in the gift shop, including Phil's Are You Nuts hat, as well as our webinars that we do time to time. All right, so you have yourself a happy new year. Back to you, Phil.
Thanks, Steve. You know, Steve is when you become a member, you go to his class, you're going to love his class. I mean, he is the best in this business. There's nobody to teach how to do the stock market properly, how to execute like he does. I'm not just saying that. Yeah, I'm really. He makes it so simple, so easy to understand. Very few people have that talent or that gift. Very few people have a gift to teach. And he has it. And after you're in the class just a couple of days, you're going, God, I really get this. He makes it so simple. And he came up with the idea of the Pro 2 color-coded chart. He said, if only people would just believe that when it turns red, they're going to lose money, get out. But short it, make money on the way down. But very few people short except professionals because you're never told to short. All you hear from these people here is the garbage every day, right? I mean, like this. You know, just, like that. Yeah, just like that. Silence, Listen to this.
talk a little bit about the CPI, what the consensus is, and what you expect the numbers to show. Will they be good enough to sort of quell the markets?
Well, they're going to be, I think, lower than last month, so that's a good sign.
Oh, they're going to be lower than last month. Yeah, they're going to be lower. I think that's a good sign. Of course they're going to be lower. Who the hell is putting the numbers together? The BLS. And who has the BLS? Marty Walsh. Who's Marty Walsh? He's an appointee by... You think Marty's going to call Biden and say, here's the numbers, and you think Biden's going to say to him, hey, Marty, make sure you come up with, it's got to be honest. It's got to be an honest number, Marty, okay? Make sure, promise me it's going to be an honest number, because I'm an honest guy.
Can we call another document, sir? And that was President Biden refusing to answer questions from reporters on the classified documents that were found at his former office at a Washington think tank late last year. But listen to what Biden had to say back in September about the FBI's raid on former President Trump's Mar-a-Lago home.
When you saw the photograph of the top secret document.
You heard all that. Waste your time with that. When I heard Iran and got an airsick bag. I mean, what's wrong with these people? All right, back to the market. So I am telling you straight out, yes, the market's going to crash. They'll probably rally it off these earnings, okay, because they're going to convince you now's the time to buy because earnings were so terrible that, again, they're so bad that bad news is good news. Then start buying now. That's what they're going to tell you. And we'll just get another rally. It's going to fail. Because why? Because we have no earnings. See, it was okay not to have earnings before because you had quantitative easing. Stocks would go up anyways without earnings. Who needs earnings? When a CEO can get money free, no cost, Federal Reserve give money, nothing, free. Then they just reduce their own shares, buy their own shares. And every time they buy their shares, they keep reducing their outstanding shares, 10 million to 9 million to 8 million. What happens? Stocks keep going up, even though their revenues keep going down. They keep losing money, but the earnings keep going up. How the hell does earnings keep going up to push the stock price up when the company keeps losing money? That's what QE does. Why do you think they do it? And they gave them money free. They didn't have to pay $650 billion a year. That went to their bottom line. But that's all over now. See, that's why the market went down nearly a year. And it hasn't rallied yet. We haven't had one successful rally. Where in 2020, what happened? The market went down, what, in 5 weeks and shot right back up 133% because they had QE. They had QE. The CEOs would keep going and buying their own shares, keep reducing the shares. Stocks keep going up. Didn't need profits. Didn't need profits. That's all over now. But the bigger issue than the market, I'm telling you, is housing. And when you really look back and see what they did, what a con job. If you take during the 2007-2009 recession, the Fed, when they started to cut rates from 5% to 0. Wow. It kept them from 0 2009 to 2015. And then remember, Yellen starts getting nervous. She starts coming in 2015. She sees inflation all over the place. And she lies. Oh, there's no inflation. It's transitory. It's transitory, right? It's going to be all gone. Don't worry about it. It's here one day, gone the next. So she didn't have the guts to raise it a point. So what'd she do? She raised it 1 point, a quarter point. So from 2015, 2018, between that idiot and Powell, I mean, how could you have, think about it, running the Federal Reserve, an educator and a bureaucrat? Oh, my God. So now 0 rates. Think about this. 0 rates from 2008 to 2009 to 2015. This market tore just, boy, unbelievable, like a rocket ship. And then to make it go up, and what they were worried about is the S&P wouldn't go up because it wasn't part of the tech stocks. See, all the tech stocks were moving. So they said, we got an idea. Here's what we do. Why don't we take 7 of the biggest tech stocks, the FANG stocks. Let's take some of the FANGs, like Apple, Microsoft, Amazon. Let's take Meta, Google, NVIDIA, and Tesla, and let's put them over the S&P. And that'll boost the S&P up because we'll have the top NASDAQ stocks in the S&P. People won't know the difference. And watch the S&P go up. All over. It's all over. So now what happens, 9 rate hikes. They put in 9 rate hikes between 2015 and 2009 to 2015. All right? 5%. So under Yellen and Powell, think about this, they raised the Fed fund rates 9 times, from 0 to 2.5% during the recession. 2019 comes. Knowing it was a mistake to raise rates, Powell cuts the Fed fund rates 3 times, 2.5 to 1.75. He doesn't know what the hell he's doing. 2020. So let's cut him again. I made a mistake. Cut him again. Cut it again to 0. So he cut it from 1.75 to 0. I made a mistake. This is the guy that's running the show. Can you imagine what an idiot? 2022. We got to raise rates. It's inflation. They don't believe it's transitory. There's inflation. We got to raise them. All right, let's raise them. What's the interest rate? What's the inflation rate? 8%. All right, then let's raise rates then 10, 11% to wipe it out. No. We can't do that. Biden didn't want that. It's an election year. Let's fight 8% inflation with 4%. Will that work? Oh, yeah, that'll work. Oh, let me get this. We're going to fight 8% inflation with 4%. Oh, yeah, it'll work. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding? Savings starts dropping. Big time. Instead of 32% of our disposable income, it drops to 2.2%. Then everybody starts lying. Boy, we never seen such savings. They didn't tell anybody that it dropped to 2.2. Oh, and I love the wages. The wages. For 144 months, it's 2.3. Comes in 4.6. They say, oh, that's good. Could have won much higher. Look, go to my site, please, where it says how Pro 2 works. And right next to it, click on where it says get started. The chart tells you when to pull your money out.
You've been listening to Phil's Gang with your host, Phil Grandy, on the Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Off the Wall Street Radio Network. Remember to visit Phil's website at philsgang.com. That's philsgang.com. Or call the office, 877-600-4264. That's 877-600-4264.